Today we're going to be talking about how to add fractions. Over here we have our problem, 1/2 plus 1/4. Now that's going to be a little difficult to add because our denominators are different numbers. We have 2 and we have 4. To help us add these, we're going to use fraction strips. These over here on the right are fraction strips. We're using an online version, so you can just search online fraction strips free manipulative, and there's a lot of different options. This one is from a place called toytheater.com. So we're going to start out with our whole fraction first. 1 whole will fill the entire bar. If we were to use a different fraction, say 1/2, it only fills half the bar. And as you went up bigger, or smaller, so 1/3 would take 3, 1/4 would take 4, and so on. We're going to go ahead and look at our problem though and start there. So 1/2 plus 1/4. Let's go ahead and stick these in there, 1/2 and 1/4. It does not make a whole, which is a problem. So we're going to have to do something to figure out what they add up to. If you were thinking that you need to find a common denominator, you are correct. Now you could just say, oh, I'm just going to guess. I'm going to be like, oh, I think this 1/3 a bunch of times will work. Oh, no, that's not. And then you'd go back and you'd have to try another one, like, oh, maybe 1/10. And you would just keep going and keep going. And maybe you'd eventually get to the right one. But what might happen is it takes a really long time, or you find out that you found something that worked, but you could have found a smaller denominator that would have worked. And we want to use the least common denominator, so the smallest number on the bottom. That's how we simplify things down. So what we're going to do is go back over here. We're going to identify multiples of each of these numbers, 2 and 4, which will help us find the smallest or least common denominator. So we have multiples of 2 are 2, 4, 6. But wait, I think we may have already solved our problem because the lowest multiple of 4 is 4. And look what we already have over here in our 2's, the 4. So our least common multiple will be 4. We could go ahead and write this all out, or if you want, we know that it's going to be 4, so we can take our 1/4 and we can go ahead and fill them in here. We've now turned 1/2 into 1/4 and 1/4, so 2/4, and then one more 4th. We've found our answer. 1/2 plus 1/4 is the same as 1, 2, 3/4. We're going to go ahead and put that down here though. So we converted 1/2 into 2/4 by multiplying both of these by 2. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2/4 plus 1/4 equals, we said, 1, 2, 3/4. There we go. Okay. We're going to go ahead and do another problem real quick. One more practice problem, and then I will give you a problem to start working on your own. Okay, let's say 1/2 plus 2/5. Let's reset these. And then we'll go ahead and put in our 1/2. Oh, we can leave that. It's already there. And we'll put in 2/5. Oh, once again, 1/2 plus 2/5 does not quite equal a whole. So we're going to have to find our common denominator. We could again guess, which is fine. If you want to take some time guessing and kind of work through things that way, that is also beneficial. But the little bit faster path would be to find our least common denominator. So this time we have 2 and we have 5. Multiples of 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. We'll stop there. We can add more later if we need to. Let's do our 5s. 5, 10. Oh, there we go. I see it. Do you see it? 10. Least common denominator will be 10. So how many times did we have to multiply this 2 to make 10? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we are going to multiply 1 by 5 and 2 by 5. Now 1 times 5 is 5. Nice and easy. 5. 2 times 5 we already know is 10. So 5/10 plus, how many times do we have to multiply 5 to get 10? 1, 2 times. So 2 times 2 will be 4. 2 times 5 will be 10. Let's go ahead and double check our answer. So we're going to put tenths in there and see if we converted right. 2, 3, 4, 5. We said 1/2 converted to 5/10. That's correct. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wrong line. 4. And we said 2/5 converted to 4/10. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's right. Let's go ahead and count how many tenths we have total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or you could have said 5 plus 4 is 9. We'll just put it down here because we kind of ran out of space, but equals 9 tenths. And that is how you can use fraction strips. They're kind of fun to mess around with, and you can even, without doing problems, you could just say, I wonder how many fifths a tenth is. So you could say, let's put a fifth up there. Oh, 1/5 is the same as 1 2/10. And it's just fun to try different things. These are really fun, easy way to have a visual tool, manipulative, to use in adding your fractions. Okay, I will see you guys all in classes next week, and I hope that you've enjoyed learning how to use fraction strips. If you have any questions, just let me know. Bye.